Victoria's Labour government has seen no shortage of protests and challenges, starting with finances.
Victoria's debt bomb is still soaring.
From an overloaded health system to concerns about crime, to mega projects with mega cost overruns.
It's now estimated, the SRL, to cost taxpayers some $200 billion to complete.
You would think Premier Jacinta Allen would be especially vulnerable as Labour goes for its fourth straight election win next year. But right now, that's not the case. A recent poll suggests nearly 60% of Victorian voters don't believe Labour deserves another term. But a similar number also don't believe the opposition Liberals are prepared to govern.
The Liberal Party is the opposition, and they have, for the last few months, been eating their own, unfortunately, so they are a divided party.
To change government, you don't just need to have a government that is on the nose. You need a viable alternative, an opposition that is capable of forming government in its own right. At the moment, what Victorians are seeing is anything but that.
So excited to be here with you. Thank you for coming out.
For Victoria's Liberals, everything changed after Moira Deeming attended the Let Women Speak rally in March 2023.
All right, my name's Moira Deeming. I'm a newly elected MP in the Victorian Parliament.
It was characterized as an anti-trans rights rally, but it attracted far-right neo-Nazi protesters. And it set in motion events still tearing at the seams of the Liberal Party today. Then Liberal leader John Pesutto implied Deeming was associated with the neo-Nazis. The Australian Financial Review's Victorian correspondent, Samaya Alambi, has canvassed many in the party about what happened next.
When John Pesutto moved to expel Moira Deeming from the Liberal Parliamentary Party room in March 2023, that motion then created two tribes. Those who believed Moira Deeming was unfairly targeted and maligned, and those who believed that they needed to support their leader no matter what.
Deeming sued Pesutto for defamation and won. The episode cost him the leadership, which he lost to Brad Batten last December. Pesutto faced bankruptcy over legal costs, and that would have seen him lose his seat in Parliament.
What are all of you people doing out here on a cold night?
So last month, the administrative committee, made up of party members, narrowly voted to loan him more than $1.5 million. One of only two people to lead the Liberals to victory from opposition in the last 60 years, Jeff Kennett, hoped that would finally be the end of the matter. It wasn't.
Some of those members of the admin committee, having not convinced the others to their point of view, took the matter to the Supreme Court. Well, I've never heard of that happen in my life.
Barring a settlement, the challenge to the loan will commence in court in September. The action names 18 defendants, including Liberal leader Brad Batten. Colleen Harkin is one of the committee members behind the court challenge.
Well, I think you actually have to sometimes go through the blow-ups in order to work out who you are and what you stand for.
Where do you see the Victorian Liberal Party now?
I am disappointed, to put it mildly, that there are some members of the Liberal team that don't seem to want to position themselves for government. And I hope they'll resolve that very quickly so we can get on with the job of presenting ourselves as a unified force, an effective opposition, and then a team of people worthy of government.
Brad Batten. For Liberal leader Brad Batten, the task is simple. Shift the focus from internal feuds to what the opposition can do for voters.
The only way to convince them is not to stand here and talk about ourselves, and I will continue to work with my team, have the conversations that I need to have, and ensure that we're ready for the next election.
But Samaya Alambi says for the Liberal leader, moving on from these party battles is easier said than done.
He's constantly asked about internal Liberal Party matters because there's either a court case or there's something happening at admin committee meetings. So a lot of his attempts at trying to talk about policy are drowned out by that internal warfare.
The Liberals have been in opposition since 1982 for all but 11 of over 40 years. They're so used to being in opposition that that's what they fight over, the spoils of opposition. There are careerists in the party who are so used to being in opposition they could just bank their MP's salary and not worry about it.
Former Liberal advisor Terry Barnes believes too many in the party have lost sight of the primary goal, winning elections.
We need a change of government. The Victorian opposition and the Victorian Liberal Party in particular can get their act together, but if they don't, I just despair. And I think Victorians are despairing as well.
Jeff Kennett believes Victoria's Liberals can win next year's election, but only if peace within the party breaks out quickly.
How frustrating is it for you to see this happening now?
I am frustrated that the party that I had the absolute honour of leading and served for 23 years has got itself to this position. So the question I ask myself so often is, what is more important? Is it the Liberal Party or is it the state of Victoria?